black out. It's just about a bay. And all the babies are gone. It's just about a bay. And all the babies are gone.
So, LYT, you represented Kenya so far twice in SA.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is your take home for the last two experiences?
Ted from LYT. I can say we took back a lot of experience that inspired us as we are writing our new album. And let me tell you, bands there are amazing. So we kind of leveled up in terms of what the bar is. And we want to try and set the same bar here.
Cheesy from LIT. Just what he said, like it was a very stellar experience when we went down to SA. Right now, Chobu, Aroni, like whoever goes, like it shall be sublime.
I think it was an interesting experience to see a different scene beyond our borders. It was good to meet a lot of people that we've known, online for many years in the past, over Thrust. Even bands that are not like active today, Zombies ate my girlfriend, people, things like that, and even people that we've talked to on people that we've talked to, but getting to finally meet them and finally see these bands in real life was crazy, and I feel like it's something I'd love other bands here in Kenya and in other parts of the Wacken battle to experience for themselves as well. Yeah.
Ruto from LYT. My takeaway is a simple one. I had to learn to have fun on stage wherever we are with my boys, because we love music and we've been doing this for such a long time, and the energy still hasn't died. In fact, it's just getting more and more. So to go to SA in Sonaj was quite a privilege. So, and it's a great stage to have fun. So the bands that are going, whichever ones will be there, have a blast. And I also learned that metal, wherever we are, we're the same community. Like I had my own experience there, and I didn't feel alone, even if we're in another country. It was really cool. So, let's keep the fire burning.
I think for me the experience was it was great to be amongst other bands, other metalheads, and just have fun together and play in front of these guys I've never heard of. Okay, they've heard of us, they've heard of music, but just to be there with them was such a rewarding experience, and just to get everyone just jumping and bumping to our music, and us guys enjoying the music from the other bands and the other scene out of Kenya. It was just an amazing experience. So I think it'd be awesome if other bands also got to experience the same thing. And it also, for me, it showed me, I think as Rutra said, the metal community is big. It's like, we felt like almost like, I want to say home, but we felt so welcome. And it was warm to be there with other guys and just hang out and make music and mosh. So it'd be an amazing experience for other bands in the Wacken battle to also experience the same thing, and have fun with other bands as well, and keep on making music.
So, with all your experiences, how have they shaped maybe your performances? How have they shaped you as a band? How do you feel?
I can say as a frontman, it's really been a challenge, because we got, not a challenge, more like an experience in terms of we got to meet so many amazing frontmen who came up with such good advice about how to, be one with the crowd, lead the crowd, communicate your music. So it's not just the singing and the lyrics. It's more about how you connect with the audience, and that's something that we're working on. And I have been working on with my co-lead singer, Chizi, in terms of how do we communicate what our music is in terms of body, as well as the lyrics and the music. And I think that experience of seeing amazing people, some of the bands that we've been loving and growing up to, were there, and I think that kind of will translate into what we're doing. And I think even any band that's going forward into Wacken should go there expecting to learn with an open mind, and also to kind of teach at the same time how our perspective and our culture of metal in Kenya and what it's like. Yeah.
I think not just from Wacken, but like even all our performances. I think you were asking Yvonne. We've known for a long time that we're just, I think, comfortable being a live band. That's who we are. We're more comfortable expressing our music on stage, sometimes to the detriment of recording. But it was just an interesting and good challenge to have a new stage to add to where we've performed before. It was just, goes to further reinforce the fact that we just, prefer to be live, and that's where we're most comfortable.
It taught me that I have to watch my equipment on stage, because when we mosh the sound, we go crazy on stage. We're a live band first and foremost, so sometimes our equipment can bounce around the stage and mess up the sound, and with serious equipment we have to be watching for that. So the bands that are going this year, be on the lookout for that. And as for live, playing the music itself, you bring the energy to the stage. That's what we learned. And here at home, like Mahia said, we are comfortable on a local stage. But being in a venue where people have only heard of you but never seen you live is a completely different thing. And you have to get them familiar with you and your sound and how you move on stage. And then eventually, if you connect, they move with you. And that's what I learned. That's a skill I had to learn there, and it's something that changes with every audience. So guys who are going, that's another thing you need to look out for.
Experiences from Wacken that take part. I think one is I like this point of the energy. Like you bring the energy to the stage, and at the same time bring the quality of the music, the live performances we were exposed to and we got a chance to watch were also amazing. Also, that I think it was a challenge to us guys and ourselves also to bring that part maybe to us, and maybe there are probably different ways we can raise the quality of how we do our live performances. Yes, we kick ass and guys martial art, and it's a lot of fun. I think there's one of the things I observed there's a lot of attention to little details of like every instrument or every musician, and I think everyone is so in sync and together. So I think one of the things I'll say to the bands that are going is bring the energy and have fun, and also it's a pretty loud stage. I'd say that. So it's easy to get carried away, but I think you shouldn't. The sound is good, and it's important to just like what do you say? Like keep tabs on on your instruments and your pedals and everything, and you'll be perfectly fine.
The final setlist will show. Let's write it down now.
Affiliate violation, affiliate violation.
Can we also
Whether we don't feature, we just go to data, Sinita, violation,
affiliate, red dwarf,
data, violation,
violation,
Sinita. Are we getting it simple?
Adeta to mercy. Adeta.
So before any live performance, how do you guys come up with a set list?
Yeah. So coming up with the set list, like it comes up like what are we feeling like a whole band there, So everyone needs to like give off like what they want. And probably the one, me and Ted, the vocalist, are like, we can do this, we can do that. But people really want to like go hard. Yeah. Mahia wants to go hard, Hena wants to go hard, Ruto wants to go hard.
He's not wrong though.
So, as we're coming up with the set list, we normally think about the fans, the kind of audience we are serving, and we try and also bring a different mix of what our music is and a different experience. So we normally pick our songs based on how we are capable of executing it, first of all, because it depends on the set. If you're told to do a 30-minute set, it's very different from a 20-minute or a 10-minute set or a 1-hour set. And then from there we consult each other, and then we come and practice and see which songs we feel would probably are the best to give people the experience that we believe, they would love and go home with as a memory of having us on stage and them being on stage with us. That's pretty much it. And then from there, that means we just randomize our songs, but it's based on the kind of experience we want to create.
So, what is the one song you guys can use to introduce LYT to the world, and why?
I think it would probably be Perihelion. For me, I think Perihelion or Aphelion, one of those two songs. Because personally, it's just unbiased because I like chugging and riffs. And if you like chugging and riffs, you probably like LYT. Yeah, and both songs have like also, there's an element of the metalcore element of so we like to call it maziwa or milk, kind of clean singing, mix of clean singing and fast tempo and like a crashing into like a kind of slow solo, a slow chorus kind of vibe. So I think those are the two songs which I would use to introduce LYT to the world.
For me, it's Elephant in the Room. Because that was the first song that combined like the first time we like really pushed ourselves creatively. Was that song wasn't easy to write, but it flowed so well when we did it. So that's, for me, that's a song I'd use to introduce LYT to the world.
I'd pick two songs. I'd pick Villains and Heroes. That's just a personal one. But I think also How to Kill a Daredevil. Because I feel like once we wrote that song and started performing it, things started to click for us.
To introduce us to the world, there's a couple of songs. I am an Amongst Lions fan, and I would say it could be Mammoth. I thought Mammoth is a very good way to introduce what the band can do. It could also be Challenge Accepted. I'm sorry, I know you asked for one. And then I also think Perihelion, and I'll tell you why. Because it really pushed us to do technically what we never done before in terms of instrumentalism and vocalism and even the song structures, and kind of like even writing the message in a way that it made sense and landed. So those are my three: Mammoth, Challenge, and Perihelion. I think when you listen to that, you'll be like, who is LYT?
This is a hard one. I'd have to go back to the Perihelion because the instrumentalists made us work for that. For Perihelion, I don't know if people really comprehend what went through, but Perihelion was glorious. Then Challenge Accepted and Generation Light. I'm gonna go with those three because they feel me inside, and also can I say a bonus? No. They said no, but yeah, Pounds of Flesh, yeah. Because of the writing process. There is where we were with my fellow lead singer and our manager Marshall. They know where we were. Yeah, writing that was kind of ridiculous because it came out of nothing. like we were just chilling and exploring, and it came up. So those four.
I'm actually with Cheesy on the Pounds of Flesh, and I have to ask you guys, why don't you guys perform that song?
So I think the reason why, so we pick our songs like you asked earlier, like what do we choose for the fans to listen to and hear? And usually when it comes to metal shows, we like to put them within context. Pounds for Flesh is a song that is a bit intimate in the way you listen to it. It sounds very kind of hype and poppy, but it's more of a very listen to kind of song. It's not that we are averse to performing it or anything like that. It's just that we feel when it comes to performing it live on stage, it wouldn't communicate the same way it does as when you listen to it. So that's kind of why we're doing it. But it's not something we are averse to, and you know, the more the requests, the more we can.
I believe, or I assume, you guys are maybe writing music or maybe working on an album or something. So what are some of the things you guys are going to maybe have in these upcoming albums? Also, are you working with other artists on this album?
We have some few songs which are very glorious, and we are receiving some guys who are gonna come through for our songs. Yeah, we are not gonna like share it right now, but probably online you've seen this and that. But there's more people who are feeling us, people who we are feeling them, people who we are feeling that they can come through with our songs. So yeah, we're gonna share worldwide. Yeah.
I can say, so some of the themes we're covering in this album are recovery. You know, LYT has, you know, part of our foundation is just motivating people and letting them know that they are okay where they are in their spaces, you know, in life. And so we want to still continue with that kind of conversation, but a lot has happened since our last album, and a lot has happened in life for most people. And so we'd like to just bring an album that talks about recovery, pain, at the same time joy from things that you didn't expect, a bit of introspection in terms of who you are and where you can go, and a kind of understanding that it's okay, just to tell people like it's cool. So yes, there might be collabos. It's something we are considering. We don't know who yet. We haven't decided, and we just, as we are writing the song, we go along with the feeling and we say maybe we need someone here or maybe we don't, and it changes every time we come to practice. So yeah, we can have a couple of people, but we are still not there yet, and we're in the early stages so that we can be able to find out what our sound is, because we kind of also want to evolve in how we communicate. So in terms of themes, it's just LYT, to just the band that keeps you going when you feel like you don't have someone who has your back.
I don't really have an idea on themes. I just would probably say that LYT is like 40. People are 40 years old now, so it's probably just a more mature band, more introspective, and the next music is probably just us basing ourselves on that. So yeah, that's what to look forward to.
Well, I guess it's gonna be, I think the new music is gonna be interesting because I think we're gonna have one guitarist. The new music, and I think it's gonna be some experimental. Gonna experiment with some new songs, because I think it's gonna also be slightly a bit heavier. Try to make it a bit heavier. Yeah, and we're looking forward to sharing it with you guys once it's done.
What do you think the scene can improve on, especially when it comes to live performance?
I think, and coming from your previous question about what happened in SA, I would say being able to connect with the crowd, being able to engage them in terms of your song and your performances, in terms of give people breaks, give people a chance to participate in the music, chanting or singing along, and at the same time the fanfare. If you can add fanfare to your performances, it would be great. You know, put, throw balloons in the crowd or spray water from the sprinklers or something. That's kind of why people are there, for the mosh pit situation and for the release. So I think if you can make it a bit more atmospheric, I think that's something that's coming from the guys singing. But for the others, I think also they have their own perspective. But I think from a frontman perspective, I'd say make it as atmospheric, connect with your crowd. Not just your fans came to see you, but your fans came to feel you. Yeah.
I think we just need more bands. We need more people involved, not just on the music side, but we definitely need more people involved on the music side. Like, we just need more kids like forming their own bands, more people organizing gigs, more people, turning out or selling merch or whatever, because it's kind of a good thing that LYT has been going for 19, 20 years, but it's also kind of a bad thing that there's no other bands like following, We'll be old one day. We are old now, but like, I'd like to see the next LYT. I'd like to see the next Power Slide or the next Crystal Axis, Irony Destroyed, We just need more people to just take that step and just form their own band, organize gigs. For the live, that comes organically. I'm not really too focused on that. I like, the DIY approach, but the professional shows come as a result of that. So I think time just makes, the more you repeat something, the more repetition you put into it, the more time you spend on stage, the better you become. Yeah.
So we need more venues, like Mahia said, more bands, and as an instrumentalist, we need more keyboardists. We need more keyboardists. It's been 20 years, I'm still the only one. The hell are you guys? That's it.
Just what the guys said, I think it'd be nice to have more bands in the scene. All you kids out there, pick up a guitar, play your heart out. If you love metal, and just play it. It's gonna be people out there who love it. That's all I'll say. And
What about live performances? What would you say?
about live performances, I definitely did more gigs. Not more gigs, more places to play at. And what else? And I think it'll grow organically as the more people come into the scene, the more the live performances will improve, because I guess you have to keep on like upping the quality for the guys who come. So I think for the live performances, it'd be nice to have more people also involved and organized, just as Mike has said.
About the Kenyan metal scene, like, I'm really sad, like, to see some bands that we really revered, Void of Belonging, we have Enoth, we have Mortal Soul, So we want guys to come back. What all my friends have talked about, that's the most important thing, is bringing in more guitarists, bringing more bassists, bringing more vocalists, bringing in more drummists, like instrumentalists, everyone. Like, we really need that. We really need that. And yes, we've inspired a few, but it's not like back in the day.
What would you advise about live performing?
Grab an instrument. Grab a guitar, grab drums. I don't know what's the situation, but just grab it. If you really love a guitar, a bass, keyboard, any freaking thing that you love, learn how to scream. Like, learn how to do clean vocals.